How we doing out there today? Hope all is well with everybody. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. We got a Crystal Edge technology screen, but we got some more interesting things going on the Crystal Edge site. We're updating as we go along. Anyway, so we got this new screen paint coming out on Saturday. This is a new form of color technology, black color technology, which we are basically altering and changing the color black itself. Something different, something special, something we're always working on. Another blessing from our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So we have a new gain called FLEG, which is the G stands for gain. I'm going to put something there with extreme gain, because we're going to put this up. It's literally going to be a version of extreme gain. So we may be changing that part a little bit more. So anyway, so we're using a 1000 lumen projector. We're using our Sony VPL CS4. I get them mixed up between the CX and 100. So Sony VPL CS4 projector. This is a 720p projector, 600 by 800 res, SVGA. Price for this one, I paid a little more for it. I paid like $75 for it. I know it's not really cheap for a projector, but you know, we got a projector we paid $10 for. Now, if you pay $10 for a projector, everything else just seems so much more expensive. But anyway, so this is being displayed on our screen. I got the projector on the stand underneath, but I want it on top of the table. I told you on the table display pretty soon. We got a really busy day today. Panels, everything is dropping today, so we're going to be pretty busy today. But anyway, so this is a new technology we're launching. The first color we're going to launch is called Black Royal Magenta. It's actually on the screen right now. Pretty soon we'll have our 235.1 should be finished today. All right, so let me show you a world of our projector we're using, which is under the desk or near the desk. So this is our projector we're using. That is the model number right there. Look it up. Car Old Faithful. She doesn't have any HDMI ports or none of that. We have to use the VGA, much like the other one over there. And as I said before, no expense of a projector required. Most importantly, you do not have to be stuck in a dark environment because you're afraid that your screen's going to wash out and fade away because of the light in the environment. Now, we're in commercial, which I'm in my office right now, and in the office we got some pretty super bright lighting in here. Our meters don't read in here. They're actually useless in here. So this is my meter we have here. It's our meter right there. Up. It's right over here. So this thing is absolutely useless in here. Put our meter right on the floor. Now, when we do meters set downs, we don't have meters near the screen because this could basically alter the numbers. We don't have them near windows, open doors, stuff like that. Meters have to lay directly flat to the ground. So your lights from here make contact to here. No couches and all this stuff. You know, nothing nonsense. People see them set on couches, put them up on desks like this so they can be closer to the lights. Stuff like that. That's cheating. On the floor, that's where it has to be at. Nowhere near the projector. Now I'm going to turn this on. Oops. Hit that button. And automatic cancel out. This meter is absolutely useless in this environment because we're over top these lights. And if you look at the lights, are not too far from the screen at all. So meters don't run here. We have to get a special meter for this environment. It's one they use for outside. So I have to get one of those for inside. Is that crazy or what? Because you have to understand, the average home theater that you see, pretty much, they're going to be using, you know, the corner cutters, which means, you know, they can say, okay, we work in ambient controlled environments, a meter reading that with no problem whatsoever. They'll have windows blocked away. We'll have little cuts. We have screens tucked underneath the lips and stuff like that. That means basically they designed the room for it to hide and dodge ambient light. I'll show you some demonstrations today. We'll do some walkthroughs and show you some stuff on how they dodge light. Shades on top. There's no point in putting a lamp next to your screen. Light on a shade only goes up and down. That's it. It'll hit the bottom of the base, it'll hit the top of the ceiling. It really ain't going to push out from side to side. So, not really. Just enough to give you some light in the environment, you know, give you all the atmosphere, but nothing was going to really affect the screen. So I don't know why people put lamps. You got to take those lamps, lamp shades off. If you watch demonstrations, we remove the lamp shades. We don't use them. All right, so we have 1,000 lumens in here. We are roughly probably about a good 6, maybe 7 feet from our screen, and we are pulling our image up in commercial lighting. Keep in mind, this projector is only 1,000 lumens. By the time it makes contact with the screen, there's nothing left. Now, for those people saying, well, it's not even a long distance, keep in mind, I've watched ultra short throw demonstrations at 3,000 lumens and up, sitting less than a foot from a screen, and they can't register contrast or color in a fully lit environment on an ultra short throw. So, yeah, you wouldn't survive at 1,000. We could do these outside if we wanted. All right, so let's show you some of this beautiful demonstration from our projector. And like I said, this is no expensive 4K or 1080p projector. This is an SVGA. It's about as low as you're going to get. And this is a 600 by 800 720p projector. As you can see, corner to corner, which is very important that your corners come up sharp. You don't want any kind of tannish look to the corners, any discolorations, anything like that. You're going to have all kinds of problems if you do, keep in mind. I think we're going to have to make this one a challenge. This is actually pretty good. I like doing these. Oh, by the way, we're going to do a black on black demonstration with this too, because we got to. Why not? Shoot. Stuff right here. Might as well, right? I mean, it's right here. You might as well put it in there. Some people will avoid this. They don't want to do this. They have something there they know they can put against the screen. They're not going to do it. So, let's get our black paint right here. And let's get a white surface over here. And that's one of the things that's also important. You have to be to see the benefits of a white screen versus their product. Very important. You know why? Because again, why in the world are you going to take the money to invest? You're going to have a white screen. Majority of screens, we're going to bump into a white screens. The only time we bump into certified is if somebody already has one and they're not happy with it, or they're in the process of pulling the trigger to buy one. That's the only time we bump into those. But majority of all the people we bump into all have white screens. So you have to see a difference in that. Alright, so first things first, let's get something to play on here. We had to get something. We had to go to whatchamacallit because they were having so much of these political commercials just going on like crazy. Let me see. We got tape in here somewhere, right? Grab some tape. Where are you, Mr. Tape? We got a lot going on today. It's insane. Everything's dropping today. The giant button, the stuff that finished off the computer over there, the panels for the 235.1, all that will be in here today. It's going to be crazy. And some other stuff I ordered for some other projects. So that's why I went ahead and finished building on that thing last night. Got that out of here before I actually left, and then basically came back in and started on this. Alright, we got some tape here. Now, I prefer to use cheaper projectors because, again, like I said, using a high-power projector doesn't really prove that your product actually does work. It just says at the end of the day, the customer is just going to spend more money. That's what they're going to do, spend a lot more money. You know, in this era and time, people do not want to spend money, a lot of money at the end of the day. Say, but it's worth it. You'll get good quality. Can't pull a black level. I don't even know where that's even worth it. I literally had this conversation with somebody with that projector, the P2, and said, well, you know, I paid all this money for it because I wanted that contrast level. I said, you can't even see it. What are you talking about? Turn your lights on. And he refused to turn on the lights. If that thought pops up in your head for a split second that you turn your lights on and you're here, your screen's going to wash out, you already know that you're not getting the most out of your investment, especially if you're a foot from a screen. Alright. Post office tape is good, but man, sometimes it can be the worst. Alright, let's get a white sheet of paper up here. Now, I said before, we had people saying, well, you know, white sheet of paper doesn't seem certified. I got certified white screens behind me. I did that demonstration already on a bare wall, showing you that there's no difference between the white screen and the white certified surface. I'm going to go with some beautiful aquarium fish. We can get ourselves a nice screensaver in here. There we go. Blue is one of the most difficult things to pull up in a fully lit environment. It actually goes tan a lot faster. Red is actually right after that. There are certain colors that don't play well in fully lit environments. So we'll take our white surface here, and we'll put this right over here in the middle. There we go. And you'll see where the white screen surface does not read at all, period, in all this light. So that means, keep in mind that this projector we have underneath the desk, that in its heyday, was probably displayed on a white screen. And chances are, because it's 1,000 lumens, and they probably turned out the lights, to get the screen to increase, to better the contrast and color and all that. And at one point they designed a better version of it and canceled that one, but still got a little bit of a better image, but still in the same boat, kind of speak. So it had to be in the dark for all of them. So with our technology, we can take that old projector from 2011 and we can make it do this. Which means that the sad thing about projectors that get discontinued, they're extremely good projectors. Problem is the fact that they're downgraded due to the fact that the screens are being displayed on. So imagine when you go on Facebook and you see all those projectors out there that are being charged for a very, very affordable price. All those projectors have the ability to do things that even your projector today can do. The only problem is that you're sitting on a white screen, and we got that technology in our black technology, and that's why it looks like that. Can't take a P2, put it on a white screen, and expect it to produce in a fully lit environment, because it won't work. And the reason why I know this is because I've done the research. I've gone around until you find one person that owns that machine operating in the same environment we operate in. I couldn't find one person. Matter of fact, the only person I found was one person actually took that projector, put it in a fully lit environment, and it washed out to show that the 2 million to 1 wasn't worth jack. It's the only person I've seen pretty much tell it like it is. But everybody else, sitting right in the dark with that projector. Anytime I can see the reflection of your screen bouncing off your entertainment cabinet, you're in a dark environment. So you spent $3,500, 2 million to 1 contrast, tri-laser projector, 4K, for a machine designed to replace a TV that sits literally in a dark environment. Now, is there anything wrong with that projector? No, it works perfectly fine. The only problem is that you're only getting 50% of the machine you just paid for, because it can't see. Once you attach it to one of our screens, now it can see. Like my customer who had the Epson LS800 was able to bought a screen that went with that projector, same company and everything, and couldn't get it to work. Companies would have you and tell you that the projector with all its bells and whistles is going to be to transfer that same image right to your screen. That is not going to happen. As you can see with our projector we have here. Now the reason why we're going to make this video a challenge, because it's a bit of an eye-opener for people. It's for everybody. It's so that you can understand that your white screen doesn't work. Now if you have a knockoff, you have the worst of both worlds. You have a projector that can't even be upgraded. We can't even touch that thing. If you have a name brand projector, we can fix that problem, no problem. But again, on your white screen, you're not seeing anything. And you can be in a dark environment, that won't help you. We'll do a demonstration today at 1,000 lumens in the dark, you won't read at all. You won't pick up color, you won't see contrast, you won't see anything. The reason why you think you're seeing it is because you're standing on a standalone screen. It's sitting there by itself. But if you put it next to a more superior screen, one of those gunmetal technologies or ours, your screen will, just like that, won't even exist. Then you see all the flaws in it. A gray screen paint, not good for ultra short projectors. As a matter of fact, the testing we've done on gray screen paints that we have purchased, they didn't work on anything we've had in the shop. Not one projector can get it to work. Guarantee you, my customers open up a window. Heck, my customers have been outside with our stuff. You would never see a screen washout. That's why we request that ship back. They actually, people will argue us on a ship back policy. I'm like, what? Well, why are we having this discussion? Just send it back. Really, it's gotten to arguing for the ship back. All right, let's take some of this black paint we got here, right? Because you have to do these demonstrations. Let me explain something to you. A product that has done these demonstrations, black versus black, will do them as many times as they can get a chance to do it, because it's a fun demonstration to do. But if this is something you can't accomplish, they're not going to bring it up. If you don't bring it up, they're definitely not going to bring it up. So this is something you need and you have to see. All right, some black paint we have over here. Let's put that right there. See? Oh no, you got to be up there. We need you for the demonstration. There we go. Now that's what black paint looks like on our technology. This is why when I ask customers to send me over pictures, we have some customers, and I have nice customers all the time. I'm going to have some of those. And they'll show us an image like that. Now, for some reason, I guess they haven't done research on Mr. Bird. They haven't realized that Mr. Bird does a lot of testing. A lot of testing. And some people make the sad and awful mistake of basically taking black paint and paint it down to a surface and say, hey, this is how your product turned out. Not realizing that those little numbers sitting on the back of your container is a batch number verification test, which means that there's a YouTube video showing your product coming out of a 5-gallon container and being painted down and tested, just like that surface right there showed against it. Which means if you have matched that surface we have in the picture, it clearly shows that you have used black paint and committed fraud against my business. Policy on one of these batch numbers, if you're found guilty of violating one of these things, it's a $1 million policy. Now, I try to be nice to people at the end of the day, because I know that people have kids and they have families and all that stuff. We don't want to basically disrupt any of that. So I'm the kind of person that will work with you at the end of the day. Now, it depends on how things go. If you post the video to YouTube and you did a delivery to slander my company, you're in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. So you're definitely going to lose this claim. If you have done this to send this to me only, and only I've seen it at the end of the day, then basically we'll have to work out something at the end of the day. Maybe we'll put you on a payment arrangement, I don't know, whatever the lawyer decides at the end of the day, we'll go from there. Maybe they'll just send you a cease and desist letter and just go from there, and you just basically remove it and go about your business. It's up to you on how you want to do it. Now, if you basically say you do a demonstrate, you show pictures of it, and you say this is how it came out, then we tell you to ship it back. If you argue on the ship back, then that tells you mess with it. Because who's going to argue on something and ship something back? So we had a couple of them come here, we tested them. Product worked perfectly fine. Sent them back, the same pictures. I mean, they go well, you know. I've seen everything in the book. I've been here for a while. I've seen just about everything you could possibly think of. I even had a customer at an optimum projector one time. And I'm looking at the image, and I'm like, why is the screen so dark? Because I can tell if you've been messing with settings. That's why we request for your settings in your projector. Take a picture of your settings, send it over to us. We will know. And when I saw the settings, I'm like, why in the world are your settings way below factory settings? When you get a projector, unless you bought one used, but when you get a projector, your settings are going to be right down the middle. That's how you come up. You get the brand new projector right down the middle. You adjust what you want to do from there, but they don't do any adjustments on that projector. You'll do it. Now, if you buy one used from eBay, then all those settings will be like all over the place because somebody had it. Chances are they didn't put everything back to factory settings. They just left the way it is. I buy a lot of used projectors. I asked him when he bought his projector, did you buy it brand new or used? He said he bought it brand new. So I knew from the door that the settings were tampered with. So we saw the settings. Everything was pushed all the way back past factory settings, and that would cause the screen to go dark. Just do me a favor. In FaceTime, I'll contact you FaceTime and have a conversation with you. Take your settings and move them right to the middle. And his image popped up. I said, yeah, because you had them pushed all the way back. Why would you push them all the way back like that? That would darken the screen. That would make the screen unwatchable. See, one of the things that we find that people will try to get over on our business is they'll try to keep the product file a false PayPal claim against us and try to keep our money too. So I know all the tricks in the book. Remember, let me explain something to you crystal clear for people who think that you're going to try to get over my company. My company is blessed by God. God gives me the knowledge and understanding on how to deal with situations. He can see through your nonsense before you even start it. We'll see through it before you even start it. There's no way to get around this. There's no way to try to do this or that or the other. You will get busted and you will get caught. You have to understand what you're dealing with. So, again, my technology is my blessing from my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and He's not going to allow anybody to taint, steal, rob, or basically touch our technology in any way it's not supposed to be done. You understand all that? All right, just want to let you know. Ah, there's Taco. Taco, what's up, man? Where you been, man? Where you been? He'll scratch himself right there. So that's why I can come out here and freely do these demonstrations like this. This is what, as a consumer, this is what you should be seeing. I talk to everybody. I talk to the neighbors. I talk to the people that are thinking about doing something they shouldn't be doing. I talk to the customers, what they should be looking for. When you watch a demonstration, and this is what they call extreme, what's the word for it, stress test. We do these all the time, so our students are used to this stuff. But if we're going to do a stress test, gentlemen, you have to be in commercial to do that. Or have a ton of lights sitting around your screen, which you do not do in demonstrations. You don't have lights. You have lights on your screen. Why do they have lampshades on them? And why are they sitting so far from the screen? It's supposed to be right up on top. Yeah, no, I'm picking up a lamp. I literally, and all the stuff I got to pick up from day to day. I literally forgot to get the giant power pellets for the Pac-Man. The ghosts are missing. I got to get all that stuff. And got to go to Home Depot, get some PVC piping, and paint that, turn that green, give it kind of a rusted look to it, so I can basically set that up for the whole mirror display. So yeah, I'm kind of been working on everything. And to tell you, I stayed. Yeah, I built that. Finished working on that right there. So yeah, got the power supply sitting on the table, so I'm going to paint the power supply, and I'm going to be painting the motherboard too. So that's going to be fun. Okay, so let's get to this, because, again, I got so much stuff to do. I want to cover everything, get it done. I like to show demonstrations at 1,000 lumens. I got to repeat this demonstration over on Facebook in a few minutes, and I want to show you guys the meter not reading and everything else from here. I like to back up everything that I say. So this is our FLEG. What does the G stand for? Gain. That's what it stands for. I thought I'd make it interesting. Like, you know, not put anything crazy in there, like it's some extreme. No, it's just FLE gain. That's what it is, pretty much. It's the technology we have. We've been had from day one on our FLE technology. The naysayers at the end of the day, it's just a mess with them. Because at the end of the day, we know they have a habit of just copying our labels and stuff like that, you know, our specification sheets. This is why I told you that in my shop, I would deliberately leave stuff laying out. So, and it snatched the camera away real fast, like they weren't supposed to see it, so they can just end up doing dumb stuff. Because they're always dirty. When I was in my shop, they would basically break down my shop. They would look in little corners and areas trying to find anything on how my product is made. Man, I tell you, that's jealousy like no other. So I thought, they want to play that game with them, they just have a little fun with them. So I would deliberately leave things out that we would never have in our products and just snatch the camera away real fast to make it look like, you know, I didn't want them to really see that. Yeah, you guys, I was messing with you guys all the time. You're fun at the end of the day. I mean, look, if you're going to put that much effort into doing dumb stuff, might just entertain it and have fun with it, right? So, yeah, we know you have a habit of copying labels left and right and trying to be us. So, we thought we'd just add that in there for fun. But either way, we can show our technology works perfectly fine. We're in a commercial environment. You're not. And my meters don't read in here. Yours do. So, we're at 1,000 lumens. You're not either at 1,000 lumens. All right. Let me see. With that black up there, nice little aquarium design up there. Let me see. Let's go with some TCL 4K demonstration. See what I mean? We can read at 1,000. That's why I said that. When I read on a specification sheet 2,000? Really? That's sad. You got a black technology. You don't have black, it's gray, by the way. When you claim to have a black technology, it's a black screen. It's designed to absorb more light than the average screen, which means it has insane gain on top of it. And the fact that you have a zero point 0.8 to 0.85, which is a non-existing gain, on top of a screen that requires a 2000 lumen minimum, that's pretty bad. That's extremely bad. So anyone who knows screen paints at the end of the day would look at that and go, that's bonkers. Just number one, the gain is non-existing. Number two, the gain at 0.85, super insanely high, requires a minimum of 2000 lumens. You should be to run at a projector in this environment easily at 23 lumens. Easily. At 0.85? Yeah. You definitely don't know what you're doing. So you should be able to read at 1000. See, corner to corner, against the black surface, against the white surface, you should be able to do this easy. Now, what you're seeing with that black surface, that is actually one of the most hardest demonstrations for any screen paint to go near. You know why? You match that, you're done. There's no such thing as that yellowish tone that someone used in their demonstration to try to cover up dumb nonsense. The white levels are off. Okay, I've explained it before. Do you even know what you're talking about? How can the white levels be off when the network grade 773, and I tested it already before you, is slightly whiter than your product? If you notice that when you paint it down the screen, it's lighter. The bare silver screen also too, lighter, which means if it's lighter, it picks up a higher white level, which means the white levels wouldn't have been off on that side, it would have been off on your side. That's why everybody in the forum site was saying, what the frick is he talking about? Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. And I didn't see anything. No, I saw anything. I got an idea for you. How about you go outside? Of course, you can't use that stuff outside, it won't work. Go outside in the dark and put them side by side and have a little survey for other people to watch, and let's all watch it. I would love to see how many people say it has a yellowish tone. Of course nobody will say that. Heck, I'll get your stuff down here. I'll take it out to a lot. I'll do the demonstration myself. Have a survey out there and see how many people say, how well do you think these screens match? Apparently, because he don't want to do it. He never wants to do it. We always have to do the test for him. Everything we do is his own test for him. He didn't test that stuff properly at all. We had to take it outside. He never took it outside. No. We had to test it in fully lit environments. Yeah, that's why we're getting instructions on containers talking about not ambient light projection, Kenny. Yeah, because you don't test your stuff out right. Let me see. Where do we want to go next with our 1000 lumen projector? 1000 lumen projector. I love this projector so much. Let me see. Oh, let's go some white levels. 4K snow screensaver. Can't forget that, can you? That's the fun part. Oh, let's get this one right here. So you remember they said about black screens. I've been to this in forum sites all the time. Guys, so we have black screen paint. You must have a problem pulling up in fully lit environments. You must require projectors of high lumen count in order to do so. And I was like, no, we don't. Actually, our screens can generate extremely high white levels, even with a projector at 1000 lumens in an environment where a meter doesn't even pick up or even read. So the theory behind black screens is the fact that because they're darker, they have a hard time and difficult time generating white light, and therefore they have required to be in ambient light controlled environments with high-powered projectors in order to produce a higher white level. Yeah, we kind of kicked the crap out of that freaking theory. We beat the crap out of it. We're doing it right now. We're beating the crap out of it right now. So no. Our technology had something different. We were to conquer that. And that's what the guy said on Projector Sunset. Man, if you had figured a way how to get a black screen to generate a white level that high to do that, you're going to be a very rich man. We already know that already. That's why we're here. That's why we're in this setting. This is what this setting is designed to do. Mind you, people, same demonstrations I show you here, I got to show over and over and over again to my customers, to people who have clients for contracts, my investors. They have to see the same thing you're seeing. This doesn't get buried in the YouTube archives. It's everywhere. Mind you, my optimizer, if I even go in and type in something, this stuff pops up. Oh, let's get doggies. We're going to get oh, nope, there we go. Get that in there. Want to get another one?
A floating
island. Yep. There we go, right there.
How did Dave McCorm?
People want to start bets on these things. Like, I bet you $5 another one can come up. Oh, you owe me $5.
Pennsylvania.
Yep, there's another one. Let's count these. Should have started that from the door. Yep, there's another one. And another one. And another one. I'm gonna go pay for that YouTube, no commercial. I got 3 YouTube channels. You know how much money that's gonna cost me a month to pay for that nonsense? So I have to deal with that nonsense. Ugh. Yeah, whatever. Thanks for falling. Sheesh. I don't mind watching other stuff. It's on my hamburgers or Dunkin' Donuts coffee or whatever. I don't care about that stuff. I'll watch that at the end of the day. I mean, it's good. It brings money to the YouTuber. Don't mind that at the end of the day. But that nonsense, no. So as you can see, look at our snow whoopee popping up. Saying, hey guys, what's going on? He's got me on 1,000 lumens in a fully lit environment. And it's maxed out. Yeah. So do I need the 2700 lumen projector? That's what the one on the floor is, 2700 lumens. No, we don't need that projector. We operate at 1000. That's why we have Old Faithful. That's why we purchased it. Oh man, I remember the day, man. I was in the bathroom. I had this projector since Haventown. And I was in the bathroom and I saw it on my YouTube feed. I was like, and I saw it on my eBay feed. I said, oh my goodness, someone's selling it? And it was about to run out of time. The other one was like 20 minutes left on that projector. Man, I had to hurry up, run, put the information in, and I bought that projector. Got it for 1,000 lumens, 720p. But we found something much lower than that. There's another company. They use Infocus and they use Chrissy parts. So I know it's a good projector. But that thing is old. I mean, really, really old. I think they're older than Old Faithful. And these things have something like 300 to 1 contrast and 800 lumens, 600 lumens are pretty low. So we got to get me a couple of those babies at the end of the day and use that. I'm excited about that. But when we use those, we got to use the lamp. Got to have fun with it. Well, there's no challenge involved. What's the point? Oh, yeah, some snow levels kicking off. Let's see. Oh, got these nice little trees over here. So yeah, for the customers, this is a demonstration you have to see all the time. Not one time, all the time. So mind you, these are, and people who basically sell these products, this is one of the demonstrations you will do in a bachelor. So if this freaks you out, and mind you, you'll do it live, so you know that. So that way you won't be no skipping videos. Like I've seen people paint the screen, all of a sudden it just cuts fast forwards to something. I'm like, what the freak? Where's the rest of the video? Yeah, you're not supposed to do that, ever. You will never see any editing anywhere in any of my videos. I've fallen off ladders, I've tripped over stuff in video demonstrations. It's just there. I don't edit jack, so I don't like that anyway. I keep my videos just the way they were. They've been raw and uncut since day one. I don't do any special effects and stuff popping up on the screen. I'm getting all raw with all that. You keep it real. People want to jazz it up, put stuff up on the screen. No. We keep it real. That's what we do. Anything you see in the thumbnail matches in that video. We don't just post up there. That's what I'm saying. Hey, we're doing TV screens, and then we come in and we show a screen that functions like a TV. Not show a TV screen and someone's sitting there plunged in darkness. I'm like, look, you can see the color and contrast. Oh, let's go switch over to something else with our 1,000 lumen projector. Now, keep in mind, for those who are wondering why the projector is in 4.3, this is literally how old the projector is. This projector has been around before 16:9 aspect ratio existed, so it's only in 4.3. That's how old she is. Yep, she's a relic. We love her so much. I already got a bag, custom designed for her and the other one. She's Old Faithful, right on the side of the bag. When people ask us about that projector, the reason why we like Old Faithful, because Old Faithful keeps it real. She's not a 4K projector, no tri-laser. She doesn't have 2:1 contrast and all that. She doesn't have billions of colors. She doesn't have any of that. No HDMI port, Nothing. She's about as real as you can get on a projector. And when she hits the screen, it looks absolutely beautiful in our technology. It shows our customer at the end of the day that you don't need all those bells and whistles in order to get an amazing image. That projector below you keeps it real. That's why we love her. And then we got Old Faithful 2 over there. Our projector that costs $10. Yep. That's why I be informed sites like, how much pay for your projector? Hey, pay how much for that thing? Really? And you're in a dark environment? You say, well, that's the way projectors are supposed to be. They're supposed to be in an ambient light controlled environment. That's the way you're supposed to watch movies. Somebody tried to run that for the longest time, that dumb line for the longest time. That's what screens were meant to be. They're never meant to be used in a well-lit environment. You use that as a cop-out. You just at the end of the day, your stuff don't work. Now we got these ultra short that are trying to replace TV. Now what? You still got to be out in the light. Should have been preparing for it for when it was going to pop up. Instead of basically using that same lazy excuse because you didn't want to do any work. We get that nonsense all the time. And they're watching these JVC projectors, these monster powerhouses in these dark environments or ambient light controlled environments, talking about how complex their projectors are and how much money they cost. Hey, do me a favor, Skippy. How about you open up all these windows on that side, in that side, lighten the area up, and here, I'm going to send you a link for a star field. Show me what you got. Oh, no. It's not that kind of settlement. It's just basic design, for ambient light control. But you pay how much for that machine? That 30 grand for one of those machines. And you're in a dark environment. You can't show me with all that power at the end of the day at 10 million to 1 contrast. You can't show me a star field in a fully lit environment. You got to turn the lights out to do that. That doesn't sound great at all. So what do you got? What do you got? Well, I got this projector over here. We got 1,000 lumens. We got 2,700 lumens, and we can use this in a fully lit environment. You can notice I'm in commercial. Yep, here's my lux meter right here. Doesn't even read whatsoever, and I can read an infinity 1. Your product is probably just everyday black paint. Oh, okay, yeah, you probably can say it too. It's just everyday black paint. Here's a demonstration on our product versus black paint. Right in his face. Yeah, there you go. Well, what's your comparison on the white screen? Here you go right here again, buddy. Lights off. So I FaceTime these guys when we do this. What about Oh yeah, we love the certified screen category. We go pop up in there, they pull out the screen, man, we pull ours out. Yeah, this is what the certified looks like next to mine. My projector doesn't even cost anywhere near yours. The guy with the JVC, I said, so he said, what you pick for your projector? I know you got some kind of high-powered machine. No, man, this is my machine right here. My projector cost me $10. That conversation ends quick. And then the next thing you know, we got an email popping up in our account. It'll be from him asking us how much. Because they want to get what they paid for. See, the difference between us and them is we can go into any form site we want and play. They can't go in there. A gray screen can't walk in there with certified. You won't survive in there. Those screens will destroy your stuff. You can't survive in their environments. You can't pick up their darker shades of gray. You don't pick up their colors. I don't care what projector you got. You can't beat one of those screens. So that's not going to work for you. And if you go in with the gray paints, well, they're going to look at you like, well, you're the same as me at the end of the day. You're going to say your product is more special than mine. Then I got to see this. That's not going to work either. Only area you can go into is a white screen. That's it. Pretty much. Can't go in there we go in there for, where they do the infinity ceilings. I go in there all the time because we can project off ceilings and have the lights on. And our images change, so we could be in there playing around too. You can't go in there because you have to pick up an infinity contrast level in order to read off a ceiling. What about projector mapping applications? I got that in my drawer right now. You can't read a contrast level. I can write on my screen in white, it'll pop up. Oh, I forgot how to do that demonstration today too. Might as well, shoot. Let's have some fun with that. So I can write on my screen and white, and it'll pick up on my screen. I can write on your screen in black, it won't read. Projector mappings don't read on your screen. Anybody in the field of projector mapping automatically knows from a door that a gray screen won't read a contrast level. So you can't even sell in that section. We can go pop over there and sell a product over there, no problem. Through a projection technology, you can forget that. That's not going to work. Again, you got to pull up black levels to do that one. And with all this lighting we have in the environment, you'll cancel out extremely fast. Not going to happen. Outside applications? No, you can't be out there. There's more lighting out there than there's actually inside of your home right now. So how are you going to pull up Star Wars outside with a dog fight with a 100% black universe? Can't do that. So you don't pull up contrast levels in any way whatsoever, so that doesn't work either. So you can't go in there and play. We can. I can go in every section of that area. Even invisible technology, we've mastered that too. We got black invisible screens. We got invisible screens that are actually colored. You can go in there too and play. I don't got one person in any rear projection of any place on any form site that can show me a demonstration of what an ad tech can do. So pretty much, yeah, we can dominate an entire form site. Yeah, that's why we get banned. Because we could dominate the whole thing. They can't do that. What about that other paint? Danny's paint. You can't go in there with that stuff, man. You took a range game in there? Oh, no. Heck no. You'd have people laughing at him through every channel. Remember that joint called I'm Gonna Get You Sucker where the pimp came out of prison and he was dressed in them old clothes? And he thought he was it. That's what he reminds me of. He thought he was it, and the people started laughing at him. He realized he was nothing but a joke, and he started running when the shoes broke. Yeah, that's what he reminds me of. You can't go on no forum site with that dumb nonsense. At the end of the day, you start walking in there acting like you did this, that, and the other, and they start questioning you on that nonsense, and you can't answer anything back. What are you gonna do? You run. This stuff won't last a minute in there. It won't. It won't last a minute. Maybe just like that pimp, I'm gonna get you, sucker. He'd be running, hiding up in an alleyway with one broken glass shoe. You can't go in there. If you can't answer my questions, you definitely can't go in there. Man, I don't know, these stores, I walked over into freaking Family Dollar. Man, Thanksgiving didn't even hit. It just went straight from Halloween to Christmas. I'm like, what happened to Thanksgiving? I guess they put Thanksgiving in with fall. Oh, we got this window. Oh, this is nice. What's the next snow demonstration right here? 27 no. That's not the same one I asked for. How did we get to that one? This, where I put the snow demonstration go to? Let you see. Nah. We got a little time here. No, we did this one for lights on. We can't do that. We got to keep our lights on only. Another thing too, I really get tired of is when we got people that try to prove that their product work in fully lit environments. They have the lights on for just a little bit and they'll turn them off automatically. You know who does that dumb nonsense at the end of the day? No. When you're doing a lights on demonstration, your lights stay on from beginning to end in the demonstration. You don't turn off the lights to try to prove. When you do that, this is what, and tell me if I'm in your head rent free, because I'm pretty sure I'm about to hit it right in a few minutes. When you watch your screen, you can see how poor the color and contrast is pushing off. And therefore, to try to show a better image to your YouTubers, you turn the lights off to try to improve the image. Tell me if I didn't just pop in your head rent free. Yeah, because that's how you're thinking. That's why the lights go off. If your product can pull in a fully lit environment with no problem, with no diminishing to the screen, you just keep the lights on. Why would you even care? You're showing your screen doing a fantastic job. But when you're watching your image wash out and everything's not coming up the way it's supposed to come up, that's why you turn the lights out. So therefore, I just got into your head rent free. Yep. Cancel. No, we want this one. Wawa's new Apple handcrafted beverages are Skywork food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
No. Skyworth food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
I want the long one. Over there. Look at this one. It's much harder. And I'll take the easy way. Now, like I said before, Tell me if I didn't just pop in your head rent free. Yeah, I know you're in the channel right now. So did I just pop in your head rent free? Yeah, that's why. Because you can even see the deterioration in your image when you do this in a fully lit environment. In mind, you're not even in a fully lit environment. We buy your stuff again. I can have to get somebody to get it. How well you think you'll survive? Man, what the frick are we doing? You got a free black and white mixture to mix your stuff. We just make that instead. It's free. It shows you how to make it anyway. I think it's a Metallica mix. That's what it is. Bring Metallica mix in here. Again, as I said before, you wash out. You wouldn't survive in this environment because your environments are way too dark. I can't even see your baseboards, your corners, your statues are all covered in darkness in there. It's really dark in that environment. So that little bit of light washes out your screen that fast, and you have to turn the lights out in that demonstration to try to improve your color and contrast. Yeah, you're not going to survive in these environments. The average home you couldn't even survive in. That's why when I watched all your customers, every single one of them were in dark environments with bright colors on the screen. Not one person showed a star field, any form of contrast in any way whatsoever. Not one. And yet my customers can go outside and watch a lobster getting barbecued in some fire pit off the side of a fence. My promo demonstration even shows a church testifying on exactly that 7,000 lumen projector that they were using in their demonstration couldn't get the white screen to function. You see them turn on any lights? No. I saw the demonstration you did with the church. I saw the lights go off. I've seen in one section, you see the lights on, and then you look on the other side, we pointed over, the lights were off. Same thing you were doing the demonstration, I guess it was some kind of school or whatever it was in the day. That huge, massive projector, I know it was short throw, the way it was sitting up on top of the screen was definitely short throw. He couldn't even tell me the make and model of the projector. Didn't know. But I know one thing, I know those lights went off near that screen, and that should have never happened. Those lights should have never turned off. That's a commercial environment. The reason why they chose that environment with all that lighting, because they need all that lighting. So in order to use the screen, they're going to have to turn off those lights, which means they're just better off to get the TV or contacting us. Look at it. That gets his lunch at it. Bites him at the end of the day. He's always in here watching my videos. Would he be going to watch these videos? No. Why would he be in there? To watch something in the dark? In the dark. In the dark. In the dark. When I looked at the P2 projector, I just saw tons of his videos in the dark. Every single one of them. Dark, 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 in the dark. Take that thing outside. Take the projector outside at least around 6 o'clock in the evening. Show us a historical demonstration. Show us what that 2 million to 1 does. You'll never see it. The projector sits in the dark. And that's supposed to be, I'm pretty sure that apartment was not looking like that when you moved in there. I've seen I know other people in that apartment, by the way. I've seen those different places, those apartments. They're bright in there. There's a lot of light pushes through those apartments. They're California apartments, right? The lights are always bright. That's one thing you want to do. When you're selling or you're renting, you want a very bright environment. You don't want people walking like, vampires live here? So you darken that environment. Try to absorb light. Still didn't work, did it? Nope. Screen's still having issues in there. Still washing out. Off camera, he's got to be using the TV because there's no way in the world he's watching that thing in there in no fully lit environment. That is not even happening. I guarantee he got a TV in there. In none of my demonstrations in any place I've ever laid my head at work have you ever seen me change an environment to accommodate a screen. My apartment was brighter than yours. My screen was bigger than yours. My screen was what, 159? It was huge. My projector sat back 18 feet from the screen. I had 2 big windows hitting my screen at the same time and the overhead lights. Never once have I ever turned out anything in that environment. And you are on an ultra short projector, less than a foot at 100 inches, and you can't read. And this is going to be 104 inch 235.1. It'll read in here in a commercial environment with no problem. Minus 1,000 lumen projector we got sitting under the table. The projector I got coming in, it's a cakewalk for it. That's 2700. That'll easy read on here. The table, I can drop 50 lumens to 500 lumens and it'll read right off the table. You don't even need the 500 lumens. That's overkill for a table. And I can do the same demonstration with a white surface, showing people the difference between our product and a white surface, and the demonstration of everyday black paint to show that we don't match it. Which means in every demonstration that you do, you should have network grade 773 or some kind of grade paint present to show the difference. But you won't see that because it'll match. As you know, to get that yellowish tone. Yellowish tone. Can't you see it? It's right there. It has a yellowish tone. You already heard that in this video. You can't see it. It's right there. It's a yellowish tone right there. No, buddy, we can't see it because what we're seeing is two different screens and two screens matching. That's what we're seeing. We're not seeing a yellowish tone. You're trying to make us believe there's a yellowish tone there. We're not seeing a yellowish tone there. There is nothing in that video that tells us screens that you're showing something completely different and why we should buy your paint, because it's going to alter and change and give us a better image. Nothing there. Jeez, Louise. You almost as worse as, remember those car salesmen back in maybe more like the 70s that would sell you like junk cars, and they would have like bad light in there so they can cover up the freaking dings and scratches and all that stuff. I mean, now they've got more restricted rules on what they can't do when it comes to cars, but still they do try it. They still try it. They still try it. But still, all in all, that's what you reminds me of. That's where that whole theme came from, basically, as shady as a used cars man. And I keep in mind, not all of them are shady like that, but at that particular time in that era, yeah, they sold a lot of lemons. A lot of lemons came up a lot, and that's why they started the lemon law. But you can't do that nonsense no more because you can get sued for it. But yeah, you guys got lemon paints. Lemon paints. They're so lemony. Should be able to do this easy. I was so excited. I came in, I was like, you know what, I'm going to do a demonstration at 1,000 lumens versus the black fabric, black paint or whatever, versus the white paper at 1,000 lumens, and we're going to put it in the environment and max out the meter. And here I am doing it. We got to bring somebody in to see this today. Someone asked me yesterday, like, so what's the lowest limit I can use? We got 1,000 limits. That's when you go to our forum site. When you go to the website and see that product up there, you go to the forum site, it's at the specification sheet. It says minimum required 1,000. What am I doing right now? I'm in an environment using 1,000 lumens with no problem. The average home use is never going to use this kind of lighting. That's what I liked about the commercial environment. That's why I love it. That's why at the end in 2025. I'm going to be renting out 67 units to go in and out of. All my demonstrations are not going to be done here. I got plans. I already picked up my portable screens. I got the projectors I'm going to be using. I'm going to be in and out of different places showing off our technology. This is what we're getting set up for, because they have to have some place to go. So if we're going to a place and show this off, I got people asking about it when we're doing shows, when we're doing events and stuff, and they want to know where to go to, where our office is so and so and so. You can come here, and you can basically check out the screens, and we have a conference room downstairs. We're working out contracts and all kinds of stuff. Now, you see the big picture? Oh, you just thought that I was just going to be in the office just showing off my screens. No. God has a bigger plan for us. No, all this is being set up like a little mini office showroom, so they can come here and see everything, and they can see more of the stuff we're working on. So that's why we have everything here designed with some of the technology embedded, like the tables and the flex screens and all that stuff, the portable 50 inches, all that stuff. They're going to be in here to check this stuff out. We're going to have our brochures and all our stuff, everything we need to get to them, business cards, the whole 9 yards, and why we got the 800 number. All that stuff is being set. That's why I went to City Hall, got all my licenses and everything attached and everything's done. So when 2025 hits, everything will be set up. That's my timeline. I can go in and I can start going to all these different places, all these shows, all these different events, and I have all my licensing because I went and got them done. When you guys were sitting there joking and laughing, I was over in the laundry room getting all my documents completed. That's why I'm here, and that's why you're there. But anyway, there's no point in getting all that done if your product doesn't work. There's no point in getting licensing. There's no point in renting out places if your product does not work. Because in order to be here, it has to be able to work. Can't be on there talking about range gain and all that dumb nonsense, and can't have stuff matching house paint because it's going to come up in conversations. Well, it's a great paint. How do you know? I know I can go to Home Depot and do the same thing. See, there you go. Now you're in a lot of trouble because you didn't test. So, with that being said, and all the testing we have done, our next stage in 2025 is to start going to different places to advertise our technology and pass out our gift bags and samples and everything we have from there. And then they can always come back here to an office, a business setting that's licensed and zoned for it, and come in and basically check out what we have here and work out contracts. And these contracts can range anywhere from $20,000, $80,000 to $500,000. Now, what I find interesting is already lined up to go in and out to show our demonstrations on our product. And also, too, it was good, fantastic for the website. If you notice we don't have a lot of videos on the website, that's what we're waiting for. So I can go to different sightings. I want to go to different environments. I want my environments to change at will. So that way we can show a track record of going in different environments, showing our technology working in all different types of commercial environments. That's what we're working for. But, you know, I want certain types of technology I want to take with me. And I do like the technology we have here. So we're going to be taking a couple of really cool screens, including ad tech. We'll be showing up in a couple of places where we can display ad tech to a window and then basically hit a projector right through it and show off different environments that we've had ad tech in. Oh yeah, we're probably getting over that. We can do a lights out next. That's something we're working on next. 4K snow screensaver. So stick it in there for the time being. Snow screensaver. Okay. Just leave it in there. Pause it right there. All right, we're going to do a lights out demonstration at 1000 lumens. Show you color. How our screens will operate. We're actually going to, matter of fact, hold on for a minute before we do this. Slow color changer. Color changer. What the heck is that? Is a snow changer, color change. Yep. Let's go skip through this nonsense. There we go. Their colors popping up in a foliate environment at 1000 lumens versus black paint versus a white surface. Now, I can't express this enough. Someone tried to do the same thing we did and they used black screen versus their gray paint. Again, it's called a black versus black demonstration. You don't make black screen paint, so guess what that is for you? Gray versus gray. So when you do that demonstration, it's gray paint versus your product. Gray fabric versus your product. Stop cutting corners. I told you before we're going to send up a care package for this fellow to do these tests because they need to be done. Now I'm curious, is he going to do the demonstrations or is he going to send the package back to us? I don't know. But I know it's going to come up as certified. And we're going to be recording the inside of the box just to make sure. Now again, if that ruffles your feathers at the end of the day and that's something that he feels that he doesn't want to do, then guess what? Then you should be selling screen paint because you have to do these demonstrations. You have to. Why does everybody else have to be subjected to testing, but these individuals feel that they don't have to be entitled to testing? Well, yet you want to sell a product to the consumer. So you got options here. Either you can back it up here on YouTube, or someone can take you to court. You get to back it up there. I think I'd rather do it on YouTube. But if you're a fake and a fraud and your stuff really doesn't work and you can't do those demonstrations, then you have no business putting a PayPal shopping cart on your website and charging people for something that you can't even back up yourself. That's why we're sending it over. Next time you want to do a video talking about debunking our black versus black demonstration, this is what you get for it. We'll send you down some paint right to your company. It'll be addressed to your business, your company, not to you, to your business. And you'll sign for it, and the demonstration must be done live on the YouTube channel so we can all see it. I'll even pop in there. Usually I don't, but I'll pop in there with a couple of my friends. We'll pop in there. And we're going to have the same thing. We'll just observe to see if you do these tests. Keep in mind, you can't tamper with this stuff. Every single one of these containers are sealed. So you cannot open them up. You can't mix black paint. We'll do the unboxing right there so everybody can see it. Now, I appreciate him doing the tests. And he should do them. No one should ever have to push you into doing testing. You should automatically do it automatically. Because you want a good product for your customers. You want to put your name on a product that you can stand behind. You can't stand behind it, what's the point of selling it? You know, I have to trust these companies that are selling me these computer equipment behind me, that it's going to work when I get it, especially the liquid cooling system. It's extremely important that that thing works, because CPUs aren't cheap. And if that machine behind me doesn't basically cool those CPU or stop functioning, stop working, I'm going to get out some money. I got to go on and replace that all over again. So they have to work. They have to be tested. Same thing for the customer. Customer does not want to get stuck with a product that doesn't work. You have to do those tests. I think I'm just going to add this in here for kicks and giggles. $4K no screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
And if you want to record the green screen, that's not an issue for us. It doesn't read. On your technology, you can read the white level, and the white surface picks up a white level so high that it can't even read the contrast in the background. It can't even pick up the blue in the lake. White screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Pretty impressive game capability, right? Yeah. Alright, people. I'm done. I have to do the other video because we already did this one already. Oh, need the other one. Study you. I gotta take this off anyway. I gotta build the screen today. Got our panels on today. Let's get these off. We got the panels to do today. And we got the panels to do today. OLED demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
wait, that is theirs. Hold on. I got it from the first hit. Yeah, I like those things. I thought about that. I was like, wait, he just did the same thing he just did. You just turn the lights out. Like, you can't do that. You can put the lights back on. You don't do that to that. I like to back my stuff up. So I can do this splatter screen display at 1,000 lumens with the meter maxed out. Just want to show this off real quick. Our contrast level at 7.4. Remember I explained. And for the person, Jamie, I'm about to get in your head right free again. Let me explain something to you. I know you was in the room, you just left a few minutes ago. Let me explain something to you. You do not do this demonstration in a dark environment. You're on an ultra short throw projector, trying to push your 2 million to 1 in this dark environment, trying to pull up the woman with the black makeup. It's on your website. Do you see us in a dark environment? Do you see us using ultra short throws, kissing the screen to try to kill the distance throw? Do you see us using a 2 million to 1? No. That means you're ripping your customers off. You gotta use low entry level projectors. One of the things you never do when you show up a contrast demonstration is do it in the dark. Because you know what happens when you do this in the dark? That means that if the customer goes on and turns on her lights, he or her, the screen's going to wash out. That's why when we tested your product, we had all your stuff, you haven't changed anything, you have nothing new. So the fact that you don't have anything new, we tested all your stuff already. We've had it down here. And we did do this in a fully lit environment. We did this in a dark environment. Your stuff just doesn't work. We even took it outside. You haven't made anything new since then. All that other stuff you claimed you had, you never had. You're just basically making dummy shopping carts. Like the Black Frankenstein we purchased from you that doesn't even exist anywhere. We already have a receipt for a Black Frankenstein from this guy who doesn't even exist. As a matter of fact, I have it right here in the stack. And the stack. I like to back up things that I say. You already know how that works, right? About things that are not true. I back everything up. These are his cancellations. Figure where this thing is at. There's a lot of cancellations in here. Oh, that's the gunmetal. That's only paid $90 for. Got cursed out in the process. This one for this one. That's another gunmetal you ordered from him. Got cursed out in that one too. Here we go. Black. And by the way, when we said the other day you don't know anything about screen paints, where do you get large from? How do you get a large container of paint? Large. Remember the theory I told you about Frankenstein and how he's not that smart? Large. I never heard of a large container of paint. But anyway, he stated it to be colored black. It was a dummy shopping cart, which means it was a paint that never existed, and we paid $85 for it, showing that the transaction did go through. He had to send the money back over because he basically lied on his marketplace. He's making things up. All right. Like I said, I always back myself up. If I say something in the video, you know me, I come in and I back it up. Cancellations. Alright people, down here. I got to, let me see. I got to check my orders. I got orders coming in. And I got a few things I got to get done with the screen. We got to finish today. Have this done, have this painted. Got a chance to show up the 1,000 projector from there. I think these people feel at the end of the day when their names are mentioned in videos and they become very upset and hostile. Look, we only mention things in videos that are true. We can't say things that are not true. If I say things that are not true, I'm liable for a lawsuit. So that's why everything I say, I back up. If I say yourself is matching house paint, we have videos on the black list. If you matching house paint, if you actually in the video matching house paint. So anything I say, I'm not lying. I'm actually telling the truth. That's why a court order or whatever to get that site removed due to the fact that everything we have on there is substantial evidence against you of you committing these crimes. And right here, if I say that you canceled out against me, everything from eBay to your website, we have it right there. We even have your email address right there. The Fernando1176 is right there. So all that's in there. Sold by. That's your eBay handle. So that's your eBay handle. Yeah, it's all in here. If I said you made a product that was non-existing, I've never seen a Black Frankenstein. PayPal couldn't find one, and they couldn't find one. Keep in mind, each one of those transactions, he had to pay money back to PayPal and pay our money back at the same time. So he lost money in this process. And we tell people at the end of the day, you can't back your products up. Any phone site that I walk into, we send them over this. And the first thing they say is, oh, shoot, we didn't know he was like that. I said, yeah, he is. And on top of that, very unprofessional, because you can see in the receipts we're being cursed out, you know, and this is, if he goes on and he cries and says, hey, look, you know, these guys just came to my website and just started buying stuff and we didn't want to do business with them. No, we have an email from you inviting us to buy whatever we wanted. So we cover everything. Let me get my meter floor. So we cover everything at the end of the day. So yeah, got invited to go buy, and that's what we did. We went and bought, and then got screamed at, yelled at, cursed at, everything you could possibly think of under the book. And we can show you that he's been doing this for quite some time. He cannot back his products up because we have cancellations from eBay. We have 3 cancellations from eBay of him giving us back money. So that screen, that my product can be back 100%? No, it doesn't. Danny's is going to be printed up in a few minutes. I'm going to go over there and forward all this stuff over here. I got to print his up too. And we'll get his done. Oh, I forgot to get working on this thing. Is this thing even going to work with this? Hold on for a minute. Where is this thing? I would like to have the silver in here. Oh, we should have went with that hologram green. Would have been sick. I didn't think about that. I had a hologram green over there. I should have picked that up. That would have been sick. Hologram green would have been really, really good. It bounced right off that PC nicely. But yeah, I don't say things, because if you say the wrong things again and you can't back them up, this will basically put you in the lineup for lawsuits. And this is where they're landed at, because they said things about my company that weren't true, and now they got to go to court and they have to go in and basically be able to back up what they said. That's why we don't do it. We back up everything. I'm obsessed with something looks like it. Work. Hopefully it does. They got this hologram tape. Man, this stuff looks amazing. I was looking at it, I was like, that looks sick on this PC. So I wonder if this would work. If we do it this way first. Alright, I'm gonna end the video here because I don't want to go over time here. And we got too much to do. I gotta finish that. I got the giant button coming in today. I can't wait to put that thing up. And we're gonna be doing the paint job on the other PC over here, get that done. So, don't tell me I tossed one of these in the trash, that's mad. And he's probably already on your time. Oh, don't buy his products because they're just that and the other. I told you, Mr. Fernando, I got somebody watching you. Yeah, I got somebody watching you to record all documents for court. Yep, so any vicious lies, rumors, anything you spread about my company that are not true, you're going to have to back that up in court. If you can't back that up in court, you're going to be sued for more money. Money you don't have right now. Because the copyrights alone are going to finish you off. So, again, it's not going to go well for you. Huh. So that probably would work. Tape over purple tunnel. Silver residue that comes off this stuff. That just freaks me out. worst tape I've ever seen in my life. Some of the worst tape ever. I'm gonna go back and have a nice little conversation with them. But man, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. It doesn't stick for jack. It's like trying to use notebook paper and wet notebook paper as a form of glue. It's horrible. Or tape. It's horrible. It does not work for jack. All this stuff prepped and ready to go. But I've got this cool demonstration to do. But you know me, at the end of the day, if I bring something up, I'm gonna back it up. That's just how I've always been. One guy comes in there and makes these outlandish threats. You couldn't even get the number right. I've never heard of 100,000 million. I've never even heard of a number like that forever. So you can tell basically at the end of the day, they're not the sharpest tacks in the box. Just not. And then they get mad at us because they don't want us to inform customers on how they should see things. Yeah, you're supposed to see those demonstrations. You're supposed to see a black on black and a gray on gray demonstration. As many chances they should want to show you these demonstrations. Don't you want to back your stuff up at the end of the day? If I say you got dummy fake shopping carts, you do. We got one we bought. We bought a black Frankenstein. Anybody else have a black Frankenstein? Oh, you don't. And on top of that, you can't make a black Frankenstein because you can't make black spray paint. We let you make the product for free. Twice in a row. You failed. So that tells me from the door you don't have any black spray paint. Why the freak you have freaking Mike out there? You got freaking Mike out there. He had, what was the other thing he had up there? Water, some kind of silver. I'm like, what the heck is he doing? What are you doing? Don't know what you're doing. You don't know exactly what you're doing at all. I can tell by the ingredients that you had on the table you didn't know what you was doing. I know why you put that silver, about to go back in your head rent-free again. You know why you put that silver in there, in that water? Because you thought that would actually bring up the white levels. That's why you put it in there. Noobs do that stuff. You don't know the first thing about developing black technology. Literally thought that if you put some gray or white in it, that's going to enhance the white levels. No, that's not going to work. It's a lot more than that. Did I pull the adapter? I did pull the adapter up this time. Oh, so these adapters right here, I like these. These are actually the only ones that work. I tested a bunch of adapters, and some of them had some very problem with signals, but these actually work pretty good. And there's another one I have, another group that I have that actually works for gaming systems. Perfect. This won't read the signal on your gaming system. I don't care what you have. It'll read on PC, but it won't read on console. So basically, you have to have a certain one for that one. I'll show you that one. There's two of them that I like to use, but easy way to convert your VGA into HDMI. Or put some extra ones on there. You want to put some extra, convert your VGAs just automatically over to HDMI for other stuff. If you don't have enough HDMI ports, then do swapping back and forth. You can just go in and just grab one of these. And then run your Fire Stick and all your other stuff. For some reason, it just doesn't work for gaming systems. Oh, you just had to be in my way, didn't you? And it has a port on it, so you can plug in your speakers and stuff, all that good stuff. Let's see. Alright, that's in there. Whew. That's one for the cord. Not need this for wires. I'll be able to work. Alright, you're giving it work. Alright. So we got a launch date for our new technology, which is going to be on Saturday. And I've got my orders about to stack up on my Facebook account so we can get our customers taken care of. I've actually informed everybody on YouTube. You've seen all the demonstrations on the products. Mind you, for each of these colors we had to develop, they had to go through that same process. This is why I said in the day that these are the tests you should be looking for. Let me see. They were slanted. Why are they slanted? Oh shit, where's my fucking slanted? Part of the screen, half the screen, and there, and that one. Taco horses, taco.
How did Dave McCormick pay?
No.
2017.
No.
Pennsylvania.
No.
Donald Trump's.
No.
Pennsylvania.
No.
We waited decades
No. Give me a Dunkin' Donuts commercial. Some.
when I
No. There's your horses, buddy. Your horses. Your horses. Look, there's your horses right there. Look. Taco. Taco. Look. Ooh, what's that? What is that interesting creature? What's that? It's a horse. Nice horses. What is that interesting creature? It's my horse. All right, people, hope you enjoyed. I have to go. Thank you for your time, and God bless.